Maybe the team, maybe the camp, maybe the crew. You need a win, who need a win, that's all we do. I've been a king and I've been about mine. Never could doubt mine. They running the route, I leave them outline when I hit them. We just step on, spin, move, in zone, let's go. The sideline, the touchdown, I put on the show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. We just step on, spin, move, in zone, let's go. The sideline, the touchdown, I put on.
Today, from CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington, it's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Jared Goff and the Seattle Seahawks taking on Cam Newton and the San Francisco 49ers.
There are a few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect clear afternoon. Heck, you can see all the way to Mount Rainier in the distance here at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. They come in with some fresh legs as they got the week off last week thanks to the early season bye.
And usually you hope your bye comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get fresh legs back, you take that time and you run with it.
On the other side of the field for the visiting 49ers, they come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak.
Set to kick off.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This will make it into the end zone, and this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
And coming up with an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It was too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
Gano the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Gano set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. In search of redemption from the pick six. Goff. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards, the pickup there. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. These two rivals played 2 of the better games in the NFL a season ago. You remember week 17, it was Dre Greenlaw stopping Jacob Hollister at the 1 to preserve a 26-21 49er win. And that wound up both winning them the NFC West and earning them the #1 seed.
And that's called winning at the point of attack, isn't it? Right there at the line of scrimmage. I know he's a little bummed out now. He doesn't get credit for a tackle for a loss, but no gain, his guys will take that.
And speaking of winning, to be as cheesy as we can, he was the winner of the NFC Defensive Player of the Week award from last week, so he's really stringing together some good football.
So not only did he get a gold star, he might have gotten a gold watch too, huh?
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
But we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Caught left side by Cobb. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations, quite the accomplishment. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. So here are the 49ers now with a long field ahead. And they'll be led out by their quarterback and none other than Cam Newton.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fade.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Dante Pettis, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is in a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first-quarter lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
To Tyler Croft.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, here's Goff. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
And this will be taken at the 13. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Breida on the
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Kenny Moore brought him down.
Decided to hit it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a pickup of 19 yards on the play, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Not much there, only a yard. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Goff. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jones. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Goff throwing again. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Darius Slayton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. The fly route works for the TD ground.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did. All the way into the And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
32-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And 3 yards there takes them to the 45.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the 45-yard line.
From the 45 on second down. Newton. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up
from the gun. Here's Newton. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
A gain of 9 yards.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now it's Breida. Grady Jarrett with the tackle. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7.
It's now 2nd and 6 on the Seahawks 39-yard line.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Breida.
The Seahawks 19-yard line.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That one a first down pickup of 8.
At the 11-yard line.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts.
We both know it's difficult.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Goodwin, as the first half is winding down. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there, because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Extra point try good by Gano, and it's now 21-7.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs, this is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll start by heading out west to Glendale, Arizona, where it was the visiting Bears who come in and get the victory on the road. A touchdown, the difference.
An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They were losers a week ago to Tennessee, but they're on top right now as they come up here first and 10. Breida to get the third quarter started. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
He was looking for Matt Breida out of the backfield, but it'll be second down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on second and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. And Brait, the tight end's got it. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
Hurts pass complete to Cameron Brait.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
10 more there and another first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half. Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Gone. Throw left side complete. That's Cobb. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
10 at the 47.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
It leads to second.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Back to the air. Goff on second down. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that?
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35.
Pass intercepted by the 49ers. At the 40.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 41, Newton looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First down, 49ers.
Now a first down throw for Newton. Being chased out left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
Hurts. And it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll try to run with Breida. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Well, if this defense has any hopes of getting back into this game.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. It's the fullback with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it in the play before with the smaller guy. Turned to a little more power. They score.
And now it has to warm the hearts of a lot of old-school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Goff. Incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Move the chains. A gain of 7 on 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you're throwing so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
He'll drop this underneath for Jones. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling.
Now the ball comes loose. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short. To the air again. Goff. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. What? Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They go ahead and snap it. Goff. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
15-yard line.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Throwing again is Goff. The left side completion to Jones. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Again, Goff. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going. From the gun, here's Goff. And he was
was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Jones. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. And certainly some credit there for that touchdown goes to the offensive line.
They never get the credit they deserve in the stat sheet, but they are the reason that they got the points. Excellent job up front, clearing the way for the score.
And he'll bang that one through. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the 49er hands team does its job. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. That one looks like he'll throw here.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Goodwin with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Niners. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Gano the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard.
The Seahawks again now ready to take over on offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. On first down, gone. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Daniil Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got, if we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Gano for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory. But it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. In search of redemption from the pick six. Goff connects with Kittle underneath. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Goff drops it to Jones in the flat. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
And that's good.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Flush to his right. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the 49ers, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.